Hey guys, so welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye Despair, we're in the final trial and she is back. Who is she? Why, it's Junko Enoshima, of course. The freaking ultimate Despair is back and bigger than ever. She's presiding over this trial now, not Monokuma, and I don't know what the heck is about to happen, but we're trying to graduate. It just doesn't sit right with me though, but let's find out what's going to happen. Here we go.
If we do that, we can go home, right?
I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. But we're supposed to leave this place properly, right? We're supposed to wait for Makoto to get here. He's right. With this, we can finally go back. This'll be the end. And our friends who died will be saved. That's way beyond what we expected. Exactly, Hajime! She's tricking you! She's ultimate despair. Do you really think she'd offer you something so happy? Then, it's safe to say that this is the good ending, right? Graduate, repeat, don't press anything. I'm not pressing anything. Nope. I'm not buying it for a second. No way. Take your shit somewhere else, Junko. Hey, what are you doing? It's decided by a majority vote, so just don't think about it and press graduate. Sorry. It's a freaking majority vote. Don't you want to go back home? I don't care if you want to stay here, but don't drag us into it. I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. But no, we're not supposed to graduate until Makoto gets here, right? We need numbers or something. We need to use the failsafe. We shouldn't be just taking Junko's word for it. Let's repeat. Hey, that's the repeat button. Really? Don't you get it? If you press that, we're stuck here, you know. Are you... You better not start saying how we're better off staying here. I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. No, this is the wrong decision, guys! Listen to me! You don't know her like I do. I promise. This is all bullshit.
I got it! Don't press it! This is Junko's trap!
You're the real one, right, Makoto? Huh?
What the heck? That guy from earlier is back again!
This has got to be the real one, surely.
It's not again.
Yes.
This time, it's the real one.
How are you doing? Save
Real?
us, please.
I'm Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi of the Future Foundation.
And this music... This guy is the real Makoto Naegi? Then, this is the guy I spoke to.
I'm sorry I'm late. I actually wanted to come rescue you sooner, but
I'm sorry, I'm just like a little kid. I'm just super excited. I love this game so much.
thanks to the virus infecting the Neo World program, I wasn't able to enter.
Then how did you get in?
Just when the chumps are in a pinch, he's suddenly able to enter for reasons unknown. And thus, the main character gallantly appears.
Something tells me you wanted this to happen, though.
So cool! I'm drooling! So much!
Sounds like genocide, Jill.
Did you also time my arrival?
Yeah, see? It seems like she wanted you to appear here, Makoto.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone. And then I'm going to settle this between us once and for
Yeah.
all.
I'm drooling! I can't stop my leaking!
TMI.
How were you able to get here, Makoto? Since I used my tricks to hack into the program, he must have hacked in with his tricks too, right? That's also how you kept your memories, right? Even though you haven't aged a day, just like these guys.
If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to save everyone.
Don't you understand? It doesn't matter how you got here. As long as you're here, you'll be treated like one of my students.
Oh, he's risking his life for us. This is I expect from Makoto, the ultimate hope.
Which means you must respect my authority.
I already know the risks of being here.
Ugh, you always had such reckless hope. I love you so much that you disgust me.
Opposites attract, I guess.
Hey, just what do you mean by trap? What is Junko's trap? It doesn't matter.
It does matter, Fuyuhiko. She's up to something.
We can finally end this, you know? If we get out of here, it'll all resolve itself peacefully. After all this, I can't let you get in the way.
Fuyuhiko, please.
The fact that you guys are even thinking like that is Junko's trap. Huh? She's She's lying to you about your dead friends coming back to life.
Of course she is. She's the ultimate con woman, is what she is.
Oh, little old me.
Ugh.
Who do we trust?
God, I hate her so much.
If you knew Junko's true goal, you'd know she's lying.
You know her goal?
Yeah. Junko's goal is to convert the Hope Restoration Program to the Despair Restoration Program.
Of course it is. Anything that has hope in it has to be transformed into despair.
Despair Restoration Program?
As part of the graduation program, your avatar's memory and consciousness is uploaded into your real body. However, none of us expected that any of the avatars would get deleted. Junko has taken advantage of that opportunity.
You put an Easter egg to do with the password, but you didn't think about keeping backups for our memories, Makoto?
She intends to use her version of Alter Ego, the AI she stole my friend's skill to create, and upload herself into the bodies of everyone whose avatar was deleted.
Oh my god. There's going to be like 10 Junkos!
What? Then everyone who died isn't gonna come back to life.
They're gonna come back as her!
They're gonna be taken over by Junko?
No, that's not allowed. We cannot have that happening, guys.
What the fuck?
Jeez.
Like the real world, once an avatar is deleted from this virtual world, it can't be recovered.
That's her goal.
It's actually impossible to revive them.
So they really are gone, though.
That doesn't mean I was lying, you know? I just didn't make some things clear.
Read the fine print.
And even if they're overwritten by my alter ego, it doesn't mean they'll be a completely different person. The data of everyone who died is stored within me, so I'm sure I can convincingly act out their personalities.
Oh, then they'd be despair permanently. And they wouldn't be their true selves.
Don't mess with me.
Fuyuhiko, you know this cannot be allowed to happen.
In fact, I have a lot of data on Fuyuhiko, so I know some things that'll make you happy.
Don't listen to her, dude.
I can play a version of Peko that's more to your liking than she ever was.
It would never be Peko. It would never be real.
I said, don't fucking mess with me!
Oh, tell her.
Operation Junkify All Mankind begins here!
That's a terrible operation. Junkify all mankind?
After uploading my alter ego into everyone who died, I'm gonna take over the Future Foundation's headquarters. And then, eventually, there's gonna be a whole lot of me's all over the world!
No.
With this, my despair utopia, where you can despair as you please, Junko Land, will be complete!
This can't be allowed to happen.
That's Operation Junkify All Mankind in a nutshell. Oh yeah! Our dreams are expanding and
That messed up plan is your goal?
And we almost fell for it. Thank God Makoto came and interrupted us.
Then why didn't you just kill all of us?
That's a good point. Then you could have taken us all over.
If you did, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
No, it was a hypothetical question.
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
The reason she wasn't able to do that? Was it because there was something she didn't do? If so, then the reason is the rules.
I see!
She has to abide by the rules. She's an AI program.
Got it. It's because of the school trip's rules.
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Yes, she's technically an observer.
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher.
However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them.
There was one rule, right, where they can't intervene or something. I'm sure. Extreme violence is prohibited. That was kind of broken. Be considerate of each other. Littering's not allowed. The lead teacher cannot directly interfere with the students. An exception to this rule is made if any student violates a rule. I suppose... Right. That's why Monokuma was able to execute killers. They made a killing game, which is not directly interfering. We had to kill each other. When someone killed someone, they were punished. And this is when rule number 1 comes in. Extreme violence is prohibited on this island. The lead teacher could suddenly interfere and execute the student. Damn it. It's a bunch of loopholes.
That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
She couldn't kill us directly. We did it, and we fell into her trap. Huh, yeah, it's just repeating what I just said.
So, the rules were protecting us?
Yes.
Man, I was so annoyed. I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules. Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
Of course you were.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Then, is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Right.
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
And the numbers.
How dare you look down on us? Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
She doesn't care.
Chump change.
Jeez, you didn't have to put it like that. You could have just said you don't care. That's harsh.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you!
Join the queue, Fuyuhiko.
So that's your trap. You tried to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
How can you be so cruel?
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair.
Yeah. We're just remnants. She's the real deal.
She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well. For me, despair is not a goal or a set of principles, or a lifestyle, or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization.
It's all you live for. Making other people miserable.
That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
Some people just want to watch the world burn, Hajime.
For example, want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray. And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
You're not talking about what I think you're talking about, are you?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes. Oh, that memory is so beautiful. It made my brain melt.
Yeah, about that. Does that story have a happy ending?
I doubt it. Could it be? Is she talking about them right now? The reserve corps students. And I'm the only survivor.
I see!
Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Gee, thanks.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
All of the students committed suicide except for one.
An incident where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it.
2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
It's also a very specific number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once. That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore. I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
She's so evil.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
If someone like me is born, that means the world is yearning for despair.
This persona is just too much for me.
That's wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
No, we've got away, but I'm not going to say that out loud.
Huh? If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
That's why we gotta get out through the back door that Makoto's got for us.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
No, we're taking a third option. Just don't say anything yet.
Well, what the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's not it!
But ultimate despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation.
If we're hated worldwide, then obviously the world does not yearn for despair, Junko.
Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped. Can't be helped. LOL.
This is nothing to LOL about.
But it's so ironic. You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice.
It's just like the first killing game. We found out we're not supposed to leave the shelter. We're supposed to stay.
Even though you came all this way to win the game. Even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win.
The goal you guys squirmed to reach was wrong all along. Isn't that just so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
I feel so bad for these guys. It was all a mistake. Was this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we'd go home alive all along? What about the killings and the class trials? Was this just a meaningless killing game where the ultimate despairs killed each other off? This is just too...
Don't give up yet!
Makoto,
There is a way you guys can get out of here without letting Junko out.
exactly.
No, there's no way such a convenient... There is? Really? Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
First she's heard of it? Then it's a way that even Junko doesn't know, right? The way to get out that Junko doesn't know about. It might be that. The shutdown sequence.
I see.
Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
Shutdown sequence? What is that?
Now take it out of here.
It's a hidden command I set up in the Neo World program.
Hidden command?
Basically, I never believed the Neo World program was a perfect solution. There was always a possibility that Usami's hope might have made things even worse for you guys.
It was smart of Makoto to make all these, like, fail-safes and backups, but why couldn't you protect our avatars from getting deleted?
So I prepared a way to shut down the program in case of emergencies.
As I recall, you said it was a command that not even the teacher can stop.
That means you, Junko, you piece of shit.
And that means even Junko can't stop it.
Dear me, I have an unfortunate announcement to make, class. You cannot activate the shutdown.
You knew all along, didn't you? That's why you ended the game when you did, because we don't have the numbers. Huh?
You know about it?
That's why she ended it when there was only 5 of us left.
More importantly, do you know why? Do you know why you can't activate the shutdown?
We must need, like, a certain amount of people. The reason the shutdown sequence can't be activated is not enough people.
I see!
Because there's not enough people?
Pay attention, class. According to my information, in order to initiate the shutdown, out of 15 people, more than half of them must press graduate and repeat at the same time.
Exactly, we're down to 5, but Makoto makes 6. But we're still under half of 15. But Makoto said he was going to get the numbers. Does that mean the others are going to come back?
Am I correct?
Maybe.
However, out of 15 people, including Makoto, there are only 6 people here.
We need 8. At least.
Even if you want to cheat, I won't let ya. The shutdown sequence won't activate unless it knows that different people initiated it.
She was counting on this happening, so she protected herself.
So it's totally impossible.
No, there's got to be a way. Makoto found a way.
You totally saw through that supposedly hidden command? No need to worry. Even I knew we couldn't activate the shutdown.
You still came here when you knew we had no chance of winning?
Yeah, he's kind of like that. He just leaps into action sometimes without thinking.
It's not that we have no chance of winning. The only reason I'm here is because there is a chance.
Then try explaining it to us. What is this chance of winning of which you speak?
I believe...
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up since you're so puny.
I believe in them. I believe they will definitely come.
They're gonna come, right? Them.
That's not something you need to take your time saying.
Yes, hello, Kyoko, hi.
Belief. Try putting yourself in our shoes before you drag us into situations like this.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Kyoko! Byakuya! I knew you guys would come!
Is it just you two? That's okay, I don't care, I'm just so happy to see you guys. Kyoko, Byakuya. These guys were the point people of our previous game. They were the ones who led the trials, much like Shiaki and Nagito. Except, you know, Byakuya wasn't as crazy as Nagito was.
We'd be better off leaving behind someone who jumps to conclusions without listening to our warnings.
He hasn't changed a bit.
I'm sorry.
Even though it took some time for 2 people to enter the program simultaneously,
This is so awesome, guys. I can't deal.
it appears we made it.
Hey! What's going on? Why are there more people again?
How exciting! I haven't seen these faces in ages. It's like opening your high school yearbook 10 years later.
I must say, now that I'm seeing her up close, she's much bigger than I remembered.
What? What kind of man isn't excited by big women? Once you gain some more experience, you'll understand. There's a lot of kinky things you can do with big girls.
Sorry if I just become quiet, I'm just like soaking it all in and I'm just so happy and excited.
Shut up.
Byakuya! You're alive! But you're so skinny now. I feel so bad for you.
It's because he's the real one this time.
You shut up too.
Are you two also from the Future Foundation?
My cheeks hurt. I'm smiling too much.
No, it's probably not just that.
The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. Tragedy? If the killing school life is referring to that, these are the original survivors, Hajime.
You guys are the survivors of the killing school life who previously defeated Junko, right?
And now they're here to do it again.
Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of them here now?
Oh, I wish we could have seen, like, Hina, even Hiro and Toko, or did you decide Jill?
The former heroes plunging themselves into the game world, ignoring all danger.
I guess they're busy with other matters, I guess.
Jeez, stupids! Making such a suicidal move! Did you really want to see me that badly?
See you get destroyed, maybe.
It can't be helped. In order to stop you, that suicidal move was our only choice.
So how about it? There are 8 people now. We have enough to activate the shutdown sequence.
Then let's do it.
Why are you crying?
You guys showed up looking all cool and stuff, and now all the ultimate despairs.
She's got something up her sleeve, doesn't she?
They'll be treated like even bigger chumps.
Chump, you said it again!
Just ignore her. As long as we activate the shutdown sequence, it'll be the end of her in this messed up world.
And this messed up world?
Hey, can I ask you something? If we do shut down the program, what will happen to us?
No need to worry. We won't let you get hurt.
It's not just that. We want a more detailed explanation.
I don't blame these guys for wanting that, though.
If you shut down the Neo World program, everything within the program will be deleted.
But you're taking us out before that, right?
It will obviously delete Alter Ego Junko, along with your avatars here. So you're saying we're going to be deleted too?
No, he's going to pull us out before that happens, surely.
It doesn't mean you'll be deleted. The program will just finish without completing the graduation program.
What does that mean for us?
That means we didn't graduate. Which means we're going to go back to being Ultimate Despair, and this was all for nothing!
Your avatars will not upload. so you will revert to your original state before you entered the program.
Huh?
Is there a reason to tell them all that?
They have to know everything, or else they won't agree to do it.
Hold on a second. If we go back to our original selves before we entered the program,
We're ultimate despair again. We'll forget everything that ever happened. If we're going to revert back to our original selves before I entered the program, I'll lose all my monocoins. Oh no!
I see!
does that mean we'll go back to being ultimate despair?
Yes. And all these killings, all those people, all our friends, will have died for nothing. Gundam, Nekomaru, Mahiru, Chiaki.
That's right. Back to being hopelessly controlled by me. When you used to feel despair upon despair. No!
Are you fucking serious? Can't you do anything about it?
I understand your concern, but this is the only way to stop Junko.
Oh my god.
It might be a painful decision, but I know you guys will be able to overcome it.
Will we though? We'll be back to ourselves before you captured us.
That's why, in order to defeat despair, I want you guys to fight alongside us. We still have to fight? I thought we finally reached the end!
I'm sorry, Kazuichi.
Don't worry. Once you get out, we will do our best to support you.
But I thought the Future Foundation wanted to kill every last ultimate despair.
Exactly. This was your chance to, like, save us, but if we just go back to being ultimate despair, they'll think that they have no choice but to take us down. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered.
When you say support, do you mean I'll make sure you don't suffer when I kill you, or...
Don't listen to her!
Of course not. We would never allow that to happen.
I believe these guys, but that's because we know them, right? If you were in Hajime or, like, Sonya's shoes, would you accept this?
It's gonna be alright. Your real bodies have just been brainwashed. That's why I'm pretty sure you'll quickly revert back to the state you're in right now.
Pretty sure, Makoto, that's like 70%.
Will you stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is, like, really nasty.
Oh my god.
But still, even if our brainwashing is undone, the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Yeah. We weren't supposed to forget about Chiaki.
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island? I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality.
But we can't let Junko out of here.
Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless? Vanish? Does that include her too? I know. If we lose our memories of this world, we're also going to forget she ever existed, right? If that happens, does it really mean that she, an existence confined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life to protect us, and we won't even remember she existed.
Memory's not all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when... Please stop!
And we're all mangled and wrecked, aren't we?
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
How the heck are we ever supposed to recover?
We're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
We don't know anything about that past!
It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
Hey, why did we become ultimate despair in the first place?
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me...
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
Huh?
Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that. The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
What the hell are we going to do?
That's not even an explanation.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being ultimate despair was just part of the game world.
What do you want about now?
And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too. They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys. Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Stop trying to confuse us.
Are you kidding around?
Enough. My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
Before you do that, we gotta do some reviewing.
No reviewing. No, don't listen.
When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair.
And our friends are dead.
And your dead friends will never be revived.
Exactly. God, this is...
And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased, thereby preserving hope in the real world.
We have to sacrifice so much. But you absolutely cannot be allowed to come back, especially as 10 people. That's an unacceptable outcome.
Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win? Or will my despair win?
We can't let her win.
Alright! Things are starting to heat up!
If not for hope, just out of spite because I hate her so much. I'll cut off my own nose, just to get rid of her.
This isn't a game, you know.
Au contraire, this is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
You called us chumps again!
Kana is not having it.
Because it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people.
You wanted to lure Makoto and the others.
Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then.
This fourth wall is collapsing.
So, question. Who did I lure and how did I do it? The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
The same outcome as the killing school life? Do I just have to remember what occurred there? The people Junko lured. The method. I should try connecting those dots. There should be an answer there. Oh, it's a logic dive. Wow, we haven't done any debating or anything. This is like the first minigame. 3 questions, 7 minutes. Let's do this. Come on, Hajime. We have to get rid of her. There's no way she can be allowed to leave. Even if it means we become ultimate despair again. Makoto will find a way. The Future Foundation, Kyoko, Byakuya, and the others, they'll find a way. Oh man. It's easy for us to say, but can you put yourself in these guys' shoes? Like, that seems like a tough choice to make. Whoa, just keep it steady. Jesus, this is a long course. Ah! Fell off. No! Come on, Hajime. Concentrate. Whoa. There we go. We're doing fine. Question 1. That was a long time. Who did Junko Enoshima want to lure? Hope's Peak Academy's headmaster? Future Foundation? Ultimate Despair? The Future Foundation. Headmaster's dead, and we're already in here. Keep it going. Damn it. She's such an evil piece of shit. Okay. Doing fine. Just that one hiccup. Okay. Oh, 2 hiccups now. Jinxed it. Too fast for my own good. But this is just so exciting. Whoa, that was a big jump. Thankfully I got that skill. What bait was used to lure the future Foundation? Junko herself? A glitch? The killings. The killings. They were forced to watch it, weren't they? And they obviously want to stop it because they didn't want anyone else to go through that. Oh, come on. Cut me some slack. There we go. 3 mistakes, jeez. Just goes to show how hard this course is. This might be one of the last ones anyways. Spiraling, spiraling. Okay. Come on. She obviously wanted to lure them back here. Probably to replace their memories or something, right? What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Surveillance caramel? Surveillance cameras? Surveillance gamer? I was about to say, is that an obvious typo? Surveillance cameras. Surveillance caramel. Even now she's trolling on one of the last logic dives. So this is probably going to be the last one. What did Junko Enoshima want to lure? Or who? The Future Foundation. What bait was used to lure the Future Foundation? The killings. What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Surveillance cameras.
It's all coming together! Got it. You used the surveillance cameras. You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
The surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
Yes, because Monokuma didn't need them. He had, like, all the power to see everything and know what we were doing because he's in the computer program. He's an AI.
In the previous Killing School life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school.
The same thing happened this time, except it was just to the Future Foundation. Specifically, Makoto and the others, the 14th
You used
Division.
the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding ding ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
Or every member.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation? What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras!
That's what you're worried about?
You sure did.
I will never be queen now! Please forget what you saw!
Sonia,
So you guys were watching us?
what have you been doing?
Why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
They couldn't.
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
It blocked you until it was ready. And when there was just enough people that it could avoid the shutdown sequence, it lured you guys in.
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside.
It's not like... yeah.
As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but...
That would have killed us. Or something, right?
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
Thanks.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program
Which was probably just now, right?
just a short time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone.
She probably wants to replace their memories too. And when they're out in the real world, people will just assume Makoto's still himself, but it's actually Junko.
If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes, by the same killing game you guys played,
And you used psychological tricks to lure them here, like doing another Killing School life.
hope dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Quite a diabolical plan, but a clever one.
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
She doesn't care for Yahiko. She doesn't care what we do, as long as she gets what she wants.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
And also as a workaround for the rules.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation.
Well, they wanted us dead anyway, so I'm sure they were quite happy watching this nonsense.
But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background.
That's why she keeps calling us chumps and side characters. We're just pawns. We're nothing in this war between Despair and the Future Foundation.
But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please! That sounds as though we...
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth.
What? Huh?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program.
Did we... We volunteered ourselves? I don't know if this... I don't think I have those emails, right? But they found us alive and well. And we didn't resist because we wanted to be captured. We wanted to be uploaded into this Neo World program.
To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's right. The reason the ultimate despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell
Sorry.
for the trap.
I'm trying to put the pieces
and
together.
now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Remember Chapter 0? When we were on our way to the killing school trip on a ship? And we saw Nagito. Who we were talking as must have been Hajime. Because he was talking to Nagito. And during the trial we had that vision of Nagito. No one else could have remembered that except the person who was talking to Nagito on that ship. And we must have been playing as Hajime when he was ultimate despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
He knew this was going to happen.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We caused this to ourselves.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
He's as confident as ever.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Their fate's in our hands now. Just the way we wanted it to. But we just don't remember because our memories got deleted.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule.
There are two options. Graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The teacher had to assess us and then choose if we were, like, able to go. If we were worthy of leaving. The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is the teacher's final decision.
I see! As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know. What? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate.
Should just deny them, and should then be forced to stay here.
So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
Exactly.
We know that. All too well.
I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back.
But they believe in us.
But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Well, one of you was wrong, okay? And I'm siding with Makoto on this one. Junko, you're screwed.
Huh?
No, Makoto, you can't do that. I just sided with you. I just gave all my confidence to you.
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces.
No, she's gonna try and fill us with despair right now.
They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit.
Ignore her.
There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well...
A good point. These guys, they're gonna be so easy to manipulate at this, like, in their current state.
Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
Thank you, Makoto.
It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now.
I love all this music that's coming back, because I don't think I've heard this tune, and this was like a prevalent one in the previous game, wasn't it?
What I believe
During
in
the
is
trials.
not their past, but their futures.
I was totally waiting for a protagonistic line like that when I crushed you with despair, such ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Ah, wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the Mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
Mastermind. It's gotta be Izuru Kamakura, right?
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
The person who uploaded this AI into the program, right? It has to be physically done on site.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind. But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Oh god. I have a bad feeling about this.
Izuru... Kamakura?
If I bring him out, he must already be here. That name, I've heard it before. That person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right. I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura somewhere else. As I recall, that person was a Dark Deva of Destruction. The founder of the Academy.
I see!
Izuru Kamakura? Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Yeah.
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
No. They must have, like...
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
It must have been, like, the name that they gave the person who got the Ultimate Hope. They probably just named him after the founder.
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine.
But you always seem to twist it or leave something out.
The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Yeah.
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
Because the Academy tried to cover it up, right?
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Oh god. I knew it. I had a feeling. Remember when Nagito said that Hajime was like a protagonist in his own game and he was sorry he was mean to him? And that speech with Nagito, huh?
What? What?
It sounded like he knew what he was doing. He predicted everything, right?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
Huh?
Alrighty. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
I've lost all the feeling in my legs.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way. There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura!
Is this another one of your lies? I don't know.
Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura? Hajime? Oh god. Shit! I'm gonna go with the tragedy of Hope's Peak.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Oh my god.
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
What if you became Izuru and you were ultimate
you weren't
despair?
lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Neither do I. So you
Created hope?
created hope.
That might be Izuru.
I'm the ultimate hope? Then the current me and Izuru Kamakura are... What did Hope's Peak Academy do to me?
Good news,
The
Hajime!
Hope Cultivation Plan, right?
Even though you
Created
were
hope.
mocked for being...
Hang on. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy attempted to create true hope by consolidating the results of all their research. They must have infused all the research that they'd done. Like
He had a
luck
talent
and everything.
all
That's
along.
why he had
Ultimate
luck!
hope.
And that's why he didn't care
How can
about
someone from the
Nagito.
reserve course
Because they were researching the luck
have
talent,
such
weren't
an
they?
amazing talent like that?
That's what Nagito said when he first met him.
In order
when
to
we
hide
first met him.
Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
They gave us
Then
like every
Hajime's
single
name
talent.
is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime. I've always had that name ever since I was...
Then Izuru is your fake
It
name?
looks like Nagito right now. Look how crazy he
Hey,
looks.
you weren't lying to us, right?
The airborne static effect.
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Probably for shooting the white noise, right?
Created hope?
That must be it! Created hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create? For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder, and called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Oh my god, we were involved with that?